know what? Karen, Gettins, Karenisha, his music is right. And it's funny. It's funny. Hey friends, it's Brittany Valadez for BravelyDaily.com. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. We're going to be talking about this really cool song, Modest is Hottest. Yes, Matthew West. Okay, what is a hilarious song actually has caused controversy. I know. I don't know if you guys have seen my last video that I posted on here. It's about Candace Bure and the controversy she caused. When I say controversy, I'm starting to use that term very lightly when it comes to some Christian artists. So guys, check that video out. I will put that link in the description. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to request of you guys to follow me on social media. Yes, I am going to be working on my TikTok, and since this video has to do with TikTok, why don't you follow me there first? Yes, follow me on TikTok. Then, of course, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Those are the ones, or Instagram and Facebook are what I'm most active on, especially Instagram. And then I'm working on TikTok because I'm excited for that. I'll let you guys know soon. Also, don't forget to check out my website, BravelyDaily.com. Yes, got some more fun things for you there. Okay, you know what? Let's just get into the video. All right, friends, one of my favorite Christian singers ever, Matthew West, is making headlines because of a hilarious video that he made. I know, people just cannot take a joke in 2021. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but at least when I was growing up, there was a big thing called, I guess, like the purity movement, and then modest is hottest was a saying. Now, growing up, when I heard the word modest, I just wanted to cringe. Yeah, really did. But of course, I know what it means and a lot of good aspects to modesty. So we're going to get into that. But let me tell you a little bit of the backstory of what's going on with Matthew West. So Matthew West released this hilarious video in a song called Modest is Hottest. And I watched it the other day. I was like, gosh, why haven't I watched this before? It's gotten millions of views. And I thought it was hilarious because that's what it is. It's a joke. And it plays on the purity trend growing up that I grew up with. Modest is Hottest went viral, and people on TikTok, you know, those smart people on social media, had plenty of things to say about this misogynist Matthew West. Now, granted, I don't know how many of these people actually know who he is, and they just gotta comment, and they're gonna hear a clip, and they're gonna comment. I mean, I posted actually a comment on the Today Show's post, and like I said, everyone just went in, and I'm like, you guys, I'm just thinking, oh, there you go. Commenting on somebody you know nothing about. You know what? Karen, Gettins, Karenisha, golly, people, take a joke. If any of you guys know anything about Matthew West, anything, the guy hosts the Caleb Fan Awards like every year. He co-hosted like every year because he's hilarious. If you've been to any of his concerts, he makes the entire audience laugh because he is an entertainer. Yes, he's a good Christian songwriter, and he's a fantastic singer. But I met the guy on several occasions, and this dude is hilarious, okay? So I did an interview with Matthew a few years ago, and I will put those videos in the description box of this video. And I'm gonna tell you a story about Matthew. So there was a time when I was working in mainstream entertainment, and I actually met him at the American Music Awards. And I was excited. I was backstage covering the award show after I had working the red carpet. And then cool talent came in. We had Taylor Swift come in to the room. But then I heard about Matthew West was there. Hey press, we have a singer named Matthew West. Well, of course, the press is mostly 99.9% secular, and they were like, huh? But the minute that I heard Matthew West, I bolted out of the press room. I went to find him backstage, and I talked to him and his wife. And you guys, you could totally tell, like, he and I had the same sentiment about being there. There's a difference when it comes to being at the Caleb Fan Awards, where you're surrounded by believers and people who love the Lord and who are on fire for the gospel, than when you go to a secular award show and it's always about me, and nothing to do with Christ. And you could tell the way he felt. And when I talked to him, both of us were just like, yeah, this is not our element. He was so grateful for his award. He was, but you could tell he felt out of place, because when you're a solid believer, you can sense that Christ isn't there and his presence isn't there. When he goes on stage in his concerts, he is making the audience laugh. Like, he is the own host. He's his own host of his concerts because he's so funny. He's hilarious. So when this video came out, I was like, Matthew West going at it again. It's so funny. I'm gonna read you guys the controversial lyrics, okay? Now, if you're watching this video, you can see the whole time his kids, his whole family is wearing turtlenecks, and he has 2 little girls. Now, if you know any dad who loves their daughter, they want to protect their daughters, right? And they all want to protect them from who? Boys. Now, why would male fathers want to protect their daughters from boys? Maybe because they were one at one point? Oh my God. Oh my God. I know. Wow. Yeah. So anyways, he writes a song, and you could tell he's probably like putting some truth into this parody video, and everybody is wearing turtlenecks. Like, come on. How many times have you heard the story of the dad who says that when a boy comes to my house to pick you up, I'm going to be out there with a shotgun? Do you think he's really going to be out there with a shotgun? Oh, wait, but this is 2021. People probably believe that. It's a joke, people. It's a joke. Okay. Now, there's this line that the news has been talking about. The Today Show picked it up. Newsweek picked it up. And it says, the boys are coming around because you're beautiful and it's all your mother's fault. Now, in the video, the camera pans to his wife. He's literally saying that his wife is beautiful. What woman in their right mind wouldn't want to hear that from their husband or their boyfriend? The misogyny. Okay. And I've been trying hard to raise you up right. No drinking, no smoking, no swearing. He doesn't want them to drink, to smoke, or to swear? Oh my word. He's being a dad. Modest is hottest, the latest fashion trend. It's a little more Amish, a little less Kardashian. What the boys really love is a turtleneck and a sensible pair of slacks. Honey, modest is hottest. Sincerely, your dad. Clearly, that's a joke. As you see, his kids are making the face the entire time. They're going along with the joke. And he's saying, yeah, guys, boys only love turtlenecks and slacks. Girls, you gotta wear them. It's a joke. Obviously, he knows that most guys want to see girls in less clothing or no clothing at all. But you know what? Feminism says, do what you want. Do what you want, because we are girls. We have the right to our own body, blah, 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 blah. You can do what you want. No one's saying you can't. But there are consequences with our actions. Now, someone's gonna say, but Brittany, if a guy goes and rapes a girl because she's wearing inappropriate clothing, it's not her fault. No, it's not. The man has to control his actions too. It's not the girl's fault if some guy chooses to rape her because she's wearing some short shorts and a low-cut top. Our body is a temple. As Christian women, our body is a temple. It represents Christ. A lot of times, some girls will wear less because they want attention from men. They'll wear less because it's an insecurity issue. But guys, at the same time, you guys send a message that we like when girls wear less. So if a girl sees that and I want him, he's looking at her and she's wearing, I need to do that. I need to look like her I need to dress like her in order to get his attention. So men, you do have responsibility as well. Okay. Now, women, this is why this situation, you know what? Maybe it's a good thing it caused controversy, because now we're talking about it. Now, there's actually a worship pastor that did a response to Matthew's video, and he has daughters himself, and he had lyrics like this. He did a response to Matthew's song. Hold your head up so your crown doesn't fall off. You're a queen if you forgot, so just wear what you want. The latest fashion trends, I probably won't get it, but it's not for me to understand. Well, that's great parenting. How many parents watching this have told their kid, just do what you want. It's okay. Oh, the car is crossing in the street. It's fine. Go. Just go. It's fine. Oh, honey, you know, that person made you mad. Hit him. Just do what you want. It's okay. Oh, just do what you want. Just do what you want. It's fine. No. I'm pretty sure any of you guys who are watching that are parents, or any of you older siblings or whatever, have told other people, hey, you can't do that. You can get hurt. Hey, you can't hit her because that's bad. Hey, you can't do this because why? Now, this worship pastor, who is so cool because he's telling his girls to do what you want, why are you even claiming to be a Christian? Christianity, the Bible, it's instructing us how to live our lives. It's not a rule book of condemnation, but it has rules to guide us so that we can protect ourselves and live for the Lord and live for heaven. So all rules aren't bad. Rules are meant to protect us. Boundaries are meant to protect us. Rules are meant to guide us. The Lord has rules for us because he wants to help us get through this very sinful world. So when Matthew West came out with the song Modest is Hottest, which is obviously for anybody with, common sense, knows that he's joking. But he's also telling a truth. So it's like a joking message. Yes, we want our women to dress modest, and he has girls. That's why he's just talking about girls, of course. But because he knows how guys think, and he also knows he wants his daughters to respect themselves. Because guys, I've learned this. When we have boundaries, when we have limits, we're telling other people how to treat us. If you want to talk about, I'm a proud feminist, I can do this, I can do that, I call the shots, well then have boundaries. Because when you have boundaries, you're saying, I am not going to be treated this way. I am not going to be talked to this way. I am not going to be disrespected this way. The whole thing of I can do what I want sends a message of you can treat me how I want. No. But saying, because I'm a daughter of the King, I am going to have boundaries for myself. You can't say what you want to me. You can't do that because I love the Lord and I know that he has these rules to protect me. And because I'm secure in Christ, I'm going to be secure in myself, and you're going to treat me this way because I have boundaries. And it's going to be in love. It's not going to be, oh, you better do this. No. I respect myself enough. I have this gentle and quiet spirit inside that I'm going to say, no, I won't accept that attitude from you. No, I'm not going to accept the way you're talking to me. Now, when it comes to modesty, there is a good and a bad side to it. Let me explain. Okay, so yes, modesty is important for us women, all right? But it's also important for men. So, for example, when we dress, we obviously don't want to wear a shoestring outside because, of course, everyone's going to look at us and they're going to think that we are, workers of the night. But for me, growing up, I actually expected modesty from the guys too. And you're like, Brittany, how? Well, it's different for guys. No, there would be guys who would openly walk around without their shirts on and I just look away. I'm like, you're trying to get attention. I'm not going to give you that attention that you want. Or how many girls watching, you see guys on social media that will post like mirror selfies of their abs and you're just like, oh, cringe, here we go. Okay. So even I expect modesty from men as well. Now in modesty, there's also a bad side of modesty where we have some people that think that a woman needs to be entirely covered from head to toe. And if she shows her ankle, she is a seductress. She is a demon. Let's chill about that, okay? Because we can't take modesty and make it like the ultimate sin either. Now, I love fashion and I believe in having balance when it comes to what I wear. So for example, if you're gonna wear something, a small top or whatever, then wear longer bottoms. Or if you're gonna wear shorter bottoms, then wear a top that's more coverage. Balance, people, balance. It also looks better and it just looks more classy and cute. Yeah, that's a general rule. Balance. And just girls, be mindful. We obviously have a chest and we have a bum. Let's not expose all of it. And the same with guys. We don't need to see your boxers and your pants to the floor. Really, it's not cute at all. Okay. And then those shirtless selfies, you can delete them. In regards to that worship pastor, he's a very progressive person. So, the progressive theology. Okay, so this pastor, this Coleman guy, he told Newsweek, he said this: the same concern with purity culture as a whole. He said that Matthew West's song was the same concern with purity culture as a whole. We are telling our daughters and young women that their body image should be defined by someone else's opinion. Women should feel confident, comfortable, and free to dress and express themselves however they want. Telling them to dress a certain way to be less attractive is reverse body shaming. We are in essence telling them that they should be uncomfortable with who they are because of what others, namely men, think of their bodies. Dude, you're taking it way out of proportion. Matthew West was kidding, but he obviously also wants his daughters to grow up with dignity. Pastor, if you want to raise your children the way you want, that's fine. If you want to allow your daughters to, wear and do whatever they want, that's cool. Especially as a pastor and somebody who claims to be a Christian, we know that the whole point of Christianity is dying to ourselves every single day. One of the scriptures I talk about a lot is where Jesus says to deny ourselves. He said, deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow after me. He didn't say indulge yourself. He said deny yourself. So you guys, I have been reading this fantastic book. It's called More Than Anything, A Study on Idolatry. It is a daily devotional, and I want to read you something that I read recently. It says this. It says, there's a good and godly way to care about our appearance. Scripture reminds us that we are representatives of Christ, called to reflect him with our lives to a watching world. We are called to conduct ourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel and to let our light shine before others so that they may see our good works and give glory to God. Now, I'm going to skip down and it says, each command implies a care for how we externally present ourselves to others. Avoiding these commands reveals our hearts being rooted in the desire to exalt and worship self. Now, think about it. Okay, when we are careful, are mindful of how we dress, we are saying, you know what, Lord, I can go out here and look sexy and hot or whatever because I want attention, because I can do it if I want. But if we take a step back and think, we will pause and be like, Lord, but am I actually representing you? If we call ourselves Christians, we're representatives of Christ. Are we going to get it right all the time? No. Have I always gotten it right all the time? No. In fact, I actually had a flawed way of thinking when I was younger, and it was like this. I was a Christian. I am a Christian, obviously, and I always wanted to, represent Christ in the things that I did. And I grew up in a Christian home, went to a Christian school, was heavily involved in Christian church, like Christian. But I was like, hey, I can dress like super this way, and I kind of want my people to be like questioning if I'm a Christian. So I would ask people and they'd be like, no, I could never tell, like, wow. And I used to think that was the coolest thing. Yeah, how dumb does that sound? I know, older and wiser, okay? So I thought it was cool because in my mind, I thought when they thought of Christian, they thought of dumpy or dressing covered from head to toe, and just completely looking very homely. So when they thought, oh, she doesn't look Christian, like she's looking whatever, I thought of it as like, wow. Like I love Jesus and I follow him and I go to church and I won't do this and I won't do that, I won't do that. But I think it's cool that you don't actually like think that I'm Christian. Like that wasn't the first thing you thought. I swear, so dumb. So dumb. As I got older, I do realize you can dress attractive, you can dress cute, you don't have to wear a turtleneck, he's just joking again in the video, and still represent Christ. You have some good examples of people who do watch what they wear. I love Rebecca Robertson from Duck Dynasty. Of course, Sadie and Bella, they're cute as well. There's a lot of Christian artists and celebrities that dress good and they're still obviously Christian. So when you hear them talk, you don't think of them as compromising. And then you have others who are like, I'm a Christian, but like, I am naked and I'm just covering my chest with my hands. Like, okay, I'm not here to question your Christianity. I'm here to question where your relationship with God is at this point in your life, because we do want to be representatives of Christ and we don't want to lead people astray. We don't. And there's actually another video. I know it's been a while, but I'm actually going to be putting it out. It's about Hailey Bieber. So you guys are going to want to check that out. And it's kind of addressing modesty a little bit. So that's going to be coming up. It's been sitting in the edit bay for a while. Yeah. Okay. But right now, this book, I just want to let you guys know that I am a partner with the Daily Grace Co., which puts out these books, and I was a customer first. I loved all their books. I have several. And if you're a guy watching this, and as I know my audience is split, they do have books for you. The Daily Grace Co. is always having sales, and they have fantastic markdowns. I think this book I may have paid $10. Or $5, one of those. So yeah, the books, you can get them for usually like $5 or $10. A lot of them are $5, but I will put a link in the description for you guys to check them out. I can't recommend these books enough, especially this has opened my eyes to see a lot of things differently. Idolatry. I'm going to be doing a video on that very soon. Now, girls, when it comes to modesty, I want to tell you this. All right, so yes, that girl who is wearing less will most likely get the initial attention from the guy. That's just truth. Because why? Guys are visual. We are all visual, but I don't care what feminists or anybody says. Guys have a bigger struggle with sexuality more than females do. They struggle more with lust and pornography. That's just, facts. And I've had guys here on my channel or friends in person that have told me that that's one of their biggest struggles. Okay. So as Christians, yes, we do want to help our brothers who are struggling. Friends, I think of it this way as well. Let's say we reverse something and I have a guy friend who doesn't have a drinking problem, and let's pretend that I have this insane drinking problem, but I'm trying to do better. So if the guy is like, hey, I only drink, 3 times a year, it would be smart for him to say, I know Brittany struggled with drinking. I don't have a drinking problem. Even though we're hanging out and it's a birthday party, I don't need to drink because I don't want to tempt her or lead her towards that. That's what we'd be doing is as girls. Like, I don't want to even make things worse for my brother who's struggling. It doesn't mean, girls, that you have to hide away and it's not toxic because you're choosing to cover up. No. If you're a Christian, you're following the Lord. Everyone may have different levels of modesty. And, when we do wear certain things, we have to be mindful. Like I did mention earlier about balance when it comes to, hey, if you're going to wear a crop top, on the bottom, you can wear longer shorts or vice versa. Even if you're not into modesty, that's usually just a rule of fashion. So it kind of goes with being modest, but also just if you want to be fashionable. Basically, as Christians, we are called to help out other believers. But let's say you're like, Brittany, I don't really want to help my brother if he's struggling. I don't care about that. He shouldn't be determining what I wear. First of all, he's not. The first person that we should always answer to and always look to is Christ. Is what I'm wearing honoring Christ? Is what I'm doing honoring Christ? Is what I'm saying honoring Christ? Now the world's going to be like, well, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. Cool. The world, do your thing. Do your thing. We'll see how that works out for you, but just do your thing. But if you're a Christian and you're watching this and you say, well, Brittany, I don't have to dress a certain way. I don't have to say a certain thing or not say a certain thing. I don't have to do a certain thing. Are you a Christian? Are you following Christ? Are you denying yourself? Or you're making your own religion? Because in our own religion, in my own little world, Population Me, which is also a song by Matthew West, check that out. I'm saying, no, what I do doesn't affect anyone. This is my world. If anyone has a problem with it, they just need to get out. They need to leave. But the reality is we don't live in our own world. We live in a world filled with other people. Our choices, what we do, things we say affects other people. Now, if a guy still decides to make a dirty comment, still decides to do this or that to you or try to hurt you or whatever, it is not your fault, females. And nowhere in this hilarious song did Matthew West suggest that it's females' fault for doing this and this and this. Women, you can set boundaries. You can say no to men. Now, girls, females, ladies, since we're talking about clothes, I'm gonna close with this. When we leave the house, the only person that we should care about, the only male, is God. What does God think about what I'm wearing? Because remember, he's the one we serve. Now, if you're saying, Brittany, I don't believe in God, I don't care about God, then you're not going to think about God. But if we call ourselves believers, the only person's opinion we should care about is the Lord's. Are we always going to get it right? Again, no, we're not. There's going to be times where our flesh is going to win over. But when we take a step back and we think, Lord, am I representing you by what I'm saying, what I'm doing, how I look? Okay, I'm good to go. Because I guarantee you in the end, it's only his opinion that matters. All right, friends, I want to know, what do you think of Matthew West's song? Do you think he's a misogynist and he's out to get girls and tell them to cover up from head to toe? Or do you think he's just joking and people need to take a chill pill? All right, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok. We're trying to grow that. More videos coming soon there. And also follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, wherever you think you can follow me. I will put all of that in the description box below. Of course, don't forget to check out the Daily Grace Co, where you can find this amazing book, More Than Anything, a study on idolatry, as well as so many other things relating to Bible study. Until next time, I'm Brittany Valadez for BravelyDaily.com. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.